no fat, semen retention. Welcome to the King Moolah TV podcast, y'all. My name is King. Back with another one. Ooh, this is a real doozy. Now, yeah, this is a very, very personal one because what I'm going to be sharing in this episode is going to have it's for the guys, for the bros. Oh, maybe I should call it that, the episode. Even though I couldn't really name it no fat versus semen retention. That's the original thing that I had, no fat versus semen retention. I got it. For the bros. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot. And that's exactly how I want to name it now. For the bros. And ladies, you can listen to. It's not, you shouldn't be excluded out, but this has to do with male health. Okay? It's not only male health, it's the male upbringing, the environment, the society that's taught males about these particular things. Well, it's one big subject. It's gonna dive into sex. Like that's pretty much what it is about. But it's more about self-exploration and getting to do what you are comfortable with, and also getting to another level of reaching your potential when it comes to your sexual experience. Okay, you heard me say no fap. What is no fap? Some of the guys who are listening probably know what that is, but for the ones that don't know, I'm going to explain. All right. I'll give you the Urban Dictionary. I don't know if Oxford got it, but let's see what the word of the day is. Full zen, the opposite of full sin. Rather than doing something full throttle and without regard for consequences, full zen is doing it with the utmost care and thoughtful consideration and intense, relaxed focus. Ooh, that could fit right in for this episode. That's nice. Full zen, Urban Dictionary. Okay. Now let's go to no fap. Can I just, why does it have to be? Okay. Pretty much no fap means that you cannot masturbate, you cannot pleasure yourself, you cannot explore anything sexually for yourself, by yourself. Anything to do with sex, you cannot do. Okay? That's what no fap is, because fapping is when you make, is that noise when you're, messing with your dong, the ding dong, your weenie. What's between your pants? Scientifically, your penis. Okay? Explicit episode, but it has a lot of good information. So that's pretty much what no fap is. Let me see if they have New Oxford has it. If not, it's all right. Because, I gave you what it is. Oh, great. AI is trying to give me a AI is actually not wrong. So I'll read the AI version from Google. NoFap is a movement that encourages people to stop masturbating, particularly in response to pornography. The movement's proponents claim that abstaining from masturbation can have a number of health benefits, including improved mood, attitude, and sense of self, increased motivation, reduced stress levels, improved self esteem and confidence, less shame, reduced brain fog, fewer symptoms of depression, stronger relationships, increased energy levels, better focus and concentration. So, yeah. All right, all right. Medical news today. Uh, Same thing, anti-masturbation movement. Just keeping it simple. Okay. The No Fap movement endorses specific understanding of masturbation and human sexuality. It argues that pornography is harmful. That is true. That is true. Okay. For those who, it mainly stems because of pornography. Let me just give y'all that. Because of pornography and because it's so heavily inputted on men, on males, on boys, that we look at porn in, we've discovered at a young age, our teenage years, or maybe even earlier for some people, that warps our vision of our sexuality in general, warps our vision of how we're supposed to have sex, warps our ability of having relationships with the other sex, or just with people in general, just don't, it's just all around a negative stigma that comes with watching pornography and the mental health effects that how it affects our brains and how it affects we view things. We objectify things a lot when watching pornography. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. I'm not going to go on the imagery of pornography. That can come in another episode. Actually, that will be in another episode when I go to talking about that in depth. But this is more so about men's health. It will tie into pornography, so you might hear me say porn a few more times throughout this episode. That's fine because it's getting to the point that I'm getting to. So no fap, that is what it is, anti-masturbation. Believe that it provides health benefits. Now, no fap can actually, I believe that it does provide health benefits to an extent. If you've been too addicted to porn, or you've been addicted to sex, like masturbation, you've been addicted to that because of porn or whatever got you addicted in the first place. It's usually porn, but it can be other factors as well. What we need to do for NoFap, it can provide a sense of clarity when you do it long enough. And a lot of people probably swear by NoFapping because has been beneficial to them. So, there are the results for them. For me, however, honestly, if I wasn't doing that, I mean, I'm a guy, I fap, not often, but I've done it before. That's why I know what it is, and I've done it fairly recently, but I mean, I don't need to do it, and I don't have a urge or craving for it because I'm just so busy with what I'm doing right now and everything that I'm trying to accomplish that it really doesn't come into mind. It's not, for some people, it's just one and done. Some people do it every day. Some people do it every other day or every week or every other week, just how they do it, or they're inconsistent about it and they just do it whenever they feel like it, or just they got their hand in their pants and, might as well just do it. That just do it attitude. That's one way to look at it. But NoFap is, for me, it isn't, it leaves out a whole bunch of things to explore in your own sexuality, in your own sexual experience, because you don't get to learn your body. You don't get to know what turns you on or turns you off in your body. You don't get to know how to cultivate your sexual energy. You don't know how to, get to another level in your sexual experience that allows you to control your urge to masturbate or to have sex. And also it allows you to see the beauty for what sex is without it being objectifying and raunchy and just all around negative and very objectified, in a very twisted reality of what you think it is, but what it actually should be. So yeah, that NoFap can be great for people, but for me, I think semen retention is better. And me as and I speak from personal experience, because when I first learned about semen retention, it caught my attention, and I started to look at where I can find more information on it. And because I felt like, yes, I had maybe a problem back then because it was so easy to access porn. And porn, it does warp your vision of what it is. And I can say that I was a victim of it as well, because I started at young teenage. As a teenager, most boys start in their teens, getting into porn and all of that, and it could warp their ways forever. And it's not even telling you how to make love; it's more so just telling you how to get your ejaculation, how to receive your ejaculation from yourself or from a partner without even thinking about your partner. So that is a big thing. It's a big thing. That is, this type of topic is so underrepresented in male spaces and men's spaces. It is a lot that needs to be talked about for men to actually discover what they actually want. There's a lot of boxes we put ourselves in, where society put ourselves in, and we just decide to stay in those boxes because that's all that we've been taught. That's all that we know. Now, I do understand you don't know what you don't know, but when you come across some information that you might not understand, you should have the curiosity to want to know more. If you don't understand it, just like how if you don't understand how to play, let's say a video game, if you don't know how to play, let's just make it a common video game, very popular one, like NBA 2K, right? You don't know how to actually do all the moves and stuff like that. And you're frustrating because you keep losing, or you just don't know how to do the moves so that you can better execute your plays. The first thing you probably would do is learn how to do it and look through the control manual. If, back then we used to have manuals for video games, physical manuals. In the game case, they don't have those no more for the most part. So you learn throughout the settings, throughout the control layout. However, you learn through training. If they have a training mode in the game, well, they should have a training mode in NBA 2K. So you got a training. And then you have, you just learn all the moves that you can, or learn the specific move that you want, so that you can better execute your plays, or so you can show off, or whatever you want to do with it, right? So yeah. So I think that ties into, like, so if you want to know more about semen retention, you go ahead and look for it. And that's exactly what I did, because it caught my attention, and I decided to look more into it. And I came across this book. It's called Semen Retention Miracle: The Secret to Health, Wealth, Longevity, It's by Joseph Peterson. One of the quotes on the front of the book says, "Has the power to transform your life," by Tenzin Lotse, whatever that is. All right. In the back, it says, "Unleash the power inside your own body to transform your life. Semen retention is a centuries-old practice that allows you to harness your body's vital energy and redirect it to any area of your life. From achieving the perfect body to outstanding results in business and creative endeavors, the practice can turbocharge your success. Semen Retention Miracle is the definitive book on how to use the unstoppable force that dwells within you." Quite a mouthful, but that, I don't know, let me see if they got a bigger definition. Oh, here we go. Right, first page, first chapter. All right. Let me just read a little bit about it. All right. Semen retention might just be the best self-improvement technique you've never heard about. However, this practice has been around a very long time. It has its origins in the ancient practices of traditional Chinese medicine and Indian Ayurvedic healing. All right. Ayurvedic healing. Before we delve into the history of semen retention, let's first understand more about what we're talking about. What is semen retention? Semen retention is quite simply the act of avoiding ejaculation. You can do this by avoiding masturbation and sex altogether for specified periods of time. If you want to continue being sexually active, the other option is to separate your orgasm from ejaculation. Let me stop right there. So, one big key thing that a lot of guys have not learned because of their upbringing, because of how society sees it, how society has built up men to think that sex, having an orgasm and ejaculating is one and the same for guys. And that's pretty much how most guys have thought of sex. And it's completely, it's distinguishable when you actually learn about orgasming and ejaculation. All we know is that ejaculating and orgasming is one and the same, and that is not true. That is not true. Okay. So orgasming and ejaculating, not the same. Okay? Separating your orgasm from ejaculation. In this way, you can experience the pleasure and connection of sex, including orgasm, without experiencing an ejaculation. This is called a dry orgasm. The first thing that likely crosses your mind when hearing about this is why. Why do this? You might be surprised to hear that there are actually numerous benefits to this ancient practice. We'll go into more depth on the benefits of semen retention in subsequent chapters, but here's a brief list of how it can help you become a better version of yourself. Increases productivity, increases motivation, boosts your income potential, increases focus, boosts self-confidence, increases your energy, boosts your libido, strengthens your immune system, sharpens your memory, makes you more of a risk taker, helps you sleep, relieves depression, deepens your voice, gives you stronger hair, improve your self-control. There are even scientific studies that have documented the following benefits of semen retention. An increase in testosterone levels, an increase in the brain's androgen receptors, ARs, that facilitate the flow of male hormones through your body. Decrease in dopamine levels That's a feel-good neurochemical that plays a key role in addictive behaviors. Decrease in prolactin levels. That's a hormone which prompts the production of sperm, but too much of it can interfere with the proper function of the testicles. Increase in serotonin levels. That's a neurochemical which helps to prevent depression and boosts mental health. The idea behind semen retention is that you can reorient the energy involved in sexual pleasure, culminating in ejaculation, to boost performance in other areas of life. Many who practice semen retention believe it increases both physical and spiritual energy. In short, sexual energy can be harnessed and redirected as a powerful creative force in other areas of your life. You can use it as a driver for your creative, professional, and personal success. What's more, you can do this without sacrificing the pleasure of the sexual experience if you so choose to. Let's take a closer look at where this practice originated and who has used it successfully to improve their life. So you can get that book if you really want to read more on, okay? If that has captivated you, if that has piqued your interest, you can get this book called Semen Retention Miracle by Joseph Peterson. I think I got this off Amazon. Really good, really great books. It's got a lot of background information on where semen retention came from, even though you heard the brief sentence where they said it came from, its origins, techniques that you can use to apply to your daily life. These things are achievable results. If you want to actually, if you're passionate about it or if you have an interest in it, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. I've done it. And like I said, when I've done it, it made my life so much better. It has really changed my life for the better. When I first was reading this was a few years ago when I got this. I think it was in the middle of the pandemic. I read this. It was amazing. I love this book. There's a couple other books that I can mention. There's another book that's called The Multi-Orgasmic Man. I think you can have an idea what that means. It's by Mantak Chia and Douglas Abrams. And one more is Taoist Secrets of Love. That's Taoist, Secrets of Love, Cultivating Male Sexual Energy by Mantak Chia and Michael Wynn. All right, so those three books, let me tell you, get those books, change your life. Actually read them, read through them. Find a time to read them, read through them. It's amazing how it works. Okay. Yeah, anything that has to do with that, it's great. So yeah, the difference for NoFap is avoiding sex and masturbation altogether. Semen retention is just to avoid ejaculation. Okay? But it doesn't take away from you orgasming, because orgasming and ejaculating are two different things. Let me give you the benefits of both of them. NoFap, like I said before, a lot of people who've probably done it, and I've probably been one of them. I technically practice NoFap without even trying, but semen retention is what I really practice more on. But NoFap comes like involuntarily, because if I'm busy doing everything else, I'm not worried about fapping or doing any of that, because I just got better things to do, you know. When it comes to semen retention, it's been a minute since I actually practice it, because, like I said, I'm busy and I'm not really active trying to with sex like as before. Back then, when I was getting those books back then, I was a lot more sexually active, but. Yeah, but the benefits of those two, NoFap is, you avoid sex and masturbation altogether. I think you can see an improvement in your life, especially if you are addicted. Now I do understand people get relapses, withdrawals and all that. you're just gonna have to face those things as they come, and overcome them. You gotta beat the odds. You gotta beat the addiction. That's how you get better. That's how you become more free. That's how you become a lot better in your sexual health, guys. Fellas, talking to y'all. That's how you get better. Your sexual drive, your sexual energy, all of that will improve. Under semen retention, you don't have to stop fapping. You can just have sex with. You can have sex with a partner. I will tell you that. I won't tell you no more. But you have to control yourself. But you have to implement the techniques that involve with semen retention to actually understand what you're doing. Because don't just hear the brief thing that I said and then all of a sudden think you can do it. I didn't even explain no technique or anything like that. So don't even think about trying to do it like that. Now, masturbation, okay, but not with a partner. Be careful. You gotta get going with yourself first. Understand how your body works and what you like, what you don't like, and practice a lot. Practice if you really mean it. If you're really disciplined, you will practice, and then you will show some improvement. And then, and only then, you can start looking into the techniques that will help you do it with a partner. Okay, with a partner. That way, you guys, you're not taken away from your sexual experience, and you're actually forming a stronger relationship with the person you're laying down with, or up, or however you guys have sex. However you guys engage in your sexual experiences. Okay? So, now, I did put this thing down saying which one is right for you. I can't make that decision. I will not make that decision, actually. That is up to you. I gave you the brief definitions for them. I gave you a bit of background history for semen retention. I gave you the benefits of both, that being improving your health, your overall sexual health, your focus, your testosterone levels, scientific studies. Just what it can do to transform your life. What you need to do is get on it. Practice discipline when it comes to that. And you should, and I'm gonna give you a tip. Don't use porn as an indicator. Unless you're like advanced at it. But for the beginning stages, do not use porn, okay? Because you're too focused on the porn that you're not focusing on your own body. It's better that you focus on your own body, okay? Instead of trying to have porn get you to that, get you erect, get you going. Like you don't need porn. Is all of it's in your head anyways. So find something. Maybe you can find. Maybe if you have a partner, you can sniff her panties or something. Maybe that can get you going. But don't use porn. Don't use those images, those erotic images, to explicit images to get you going. Okay, you need to be ready to stop watching porn, to help yourself get better. That's what you need to get ready for. So which one is right for you? It depends on you. If you want to not if you want to skip masturbation and sex altogether, you can, because that will help you. If you feel like you've been addicted, you can also talk to somebody to help you figure out which one is right for you. Mainly, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't make the decision for you. They'll just help give you a guideline to what you think you need to do. So, you can get to a mental health professional, maybe a sexologist if you can find any in your area, or if you can find somebody a doctor, your physician, talk to your physician about it, if they even know about it. If they don't, you can just kind of just disregard whatever, and just talk about whatever health related things about your checkup or your visit that you usually talk about. But yeah, the benefits are really good. I personally have an improved mood, improved my livelihood practicing semen retention. Um, so I swear by it for sure. I believe in semen retention. I believe in orgasm without ejaculation. I believe in all of that. I know that it works because it's worked for me. It's worked for a lot of other people because I read it. So I'm not the only one. You just got to look into it. No FAP or semen retention, whichever path you choose whatever you feel like is good for you. Okay, whatever piqued your interest, no FAP or semen retention, whichever you feel like you can incorporate into your daily life, go for it. Okay, go for it. But like I said, avoid porn because it's not going to help. Avoid porn. It doesn't help you. It still warps your perception and you feel, and since if you're addicted to it, it will not benefit you because it's such a distraction to what you're actually trying to do. You're trying to get past that level. Porn is at a very low level. Let's just say porn is at level 6. And you've been trying to break that wall of level 6. You can't beat level 6 because you're still engaging in level 6. You're still heavily influenced by level 6. You're still like stuck in a wall in level 6, and you're not going towards the door that'll allow you to go to level 7. You know, all the stuff after level 6. You know, that's exactly where you need to be. And in order for you to do that, you gotta pay attention to where the door is in level 6, and just go there. And avoid all the distractions, even if they feel like they'll feel good, okay? Now, like I said, you're human. If you slip up, okay, that's going to happen. But don't make it an everyday thing. Don't make it an every time that you want to get started, then you don't want to do it properly. You don't want to put in the actual techniques. You don't want to abstain from sex or masturbation altogether. You got to be focused. Like, let's just say a girl broke your heart and you was focused in that gym, and now you're like swole. You can pick up 80 pound, 100 pound dumbbells now. That's the type of focus that you need when it comes to your sexual health. That's the type of focus and discipline that you need in order to get into a higher level, into a higher space. That is exactly what you need. I think it is very important that you practice whichever one, no FAP or semen retention. It can literally change your life. I'm not just saying that. I got the results that I got from it by practicing these techniques, by actually applying discipline to my life and avoiding porn. Porn is because it's ingrained in society and it's so easy to access, it makes it difficult. But you got it as long as you stay focused. Just understand what you started for and understand what you're trying to get into, and understand that if you want to be better, you got to put in the work. And you got to listen to the people who it worked for, and you got to listen to the instructions. Okay? That's how you get better. That is exactly what you need to be doing. Man, it's so much. This topic is so underrepresented in male spaces. There's just a lot that's going on, and I truly want this topic, no FAP or semen retention or both, or anything that helps men realize their potential and their sexual health and experiences to become better and to improve their overall life. I'm here for, and I want this to be more come to the forefront because they need this. We need this as a male gender. We need this. We need that. All day, every day. Long nights, short nights, long stroke, short stroke, all of that. We need all of it. With that being said, drink some water. I'm drinking water right now. I'm about to drink some water right now. Be kind to people. If it's piqued your interest, go ahead and look it up, look more into it. I gave you the books that if you want to look more into detailed explanations and origins and techniques, you can do that. Sometimes the internet doesn't really they give you a brief summary, but they don't really tell you how to get the results that you need. You might have to pay for it, and that's okay though. But I'm just telling you, that's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to get on. It can literally change your life. Go outside, get some sunshine if their sun is out. Feel the sun on your skin. So yeah, be kinder to people, hydrate, sun on your skin, practice discipline, and, get passionate about actually improving your life, because it is your life to decide if you want to do better for yourself, or not. Okay. And once you do better for yourself, honestly, the things around you will get better. That's what we need to do. Even if there's a whole bunch of dumpster fires all around you, if you need to deal with those fires, go ahead and deal with them. But afterwards, self-improvement. That's the biggest thing for any individual, for any human being, is self-improvement. Once we do self-improvement, then we can improve the whole world. Okay? We can improve the whole world. We can make a change just by doing what we do at home, just doing what we're supposed to be doing. Improving ourselves, getting better, making the world a better place. Okay? No fap, with one no fap at a time. Okay? Or semen retention. All right? It's the King Moolah TV podcast. I'm King. And I'm out of here. No fap. Semen retention.